Ring of Honor is arguably in the best place it's been since the mid-2010s. Coming off the success that was Final Battle 2025, Ring of Honor's next steps can set them up to be the unrivaled third biggest company in the country, or remain a shell of its former glory. With factions like STP and LFI, champions in Athena, Lee Moriarty, and Deonna Purrazzo, along with other ROH full-time talent, a new generation of indie stars, and underutilized talent in AEW, ROH has the opportunity to be what it was in the 2000s and the 2010s, the true hub of pro wrestling in the United States. AEW, in my opinion, has the best roster in all of pro wrestling. From veterans to top talent under 30, AEW is truly where the best wrestle. And because of that, I want to echo the statements of Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland that AEW shouldn't be easily accessible. The talent level is so high that every spot on TV should be protected. AEW's identity is, if you're seeing them on Dynamite, Collision, or especially the pay-per-views, you can bet they are the best of the best. While making it to AEW will undoubtedly be the goal for many, Ring of Honor will become a destination for the best unsigned talent in the world after Final Battle. AEW and Tony Khan have proven that they will allow wrestlers to come in as they are and give them the space and time to develop their character, rather than going somewhere else where they're going to have to develop a completely different character and presentation than the one that got them over in the first place. Being in ROH shouldn't be looked at as a stepping stone towards AEW. Making it to ROH alone is an impressive feat, with ROH being historically known for housing only the best of the best when it comes to independent talent. And if the goal is to get ROH on a major cable network, then it's important that the talent is focused on building ROH as a brand and not trying to jump to AEW. I'm not going to go into detail about who specifically I would like to see, because that's going to be a future video. But between the indies, partner promotions, and underutilized talent in AEW serious about getting in reps and developing their character, ROH is primed for a breakout year in 2026. Nick Wayne and Blake Christian are not only two of the best wrestlers under 30 in the world, but they are part of a group of men who will push ROH and AEW forward towards the future. But as of today, they are two of the most exciting talents under the AEW umbrella. These two will add another chapter to the tradition of rival high flyers electrifying audiences around the world. From Ricochet versus Kota Ibushi, Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, and Tiger Mask versus Dynamite Kid, Nick Wayne versus Blake Christian has a chance to be one of the marquee rivalries in ROH and AEW for years. With Nick Wayne being the TV champion, they also have an opportunity to not only establish a career-long rivalry, but make the TV title as important as it was in the days of Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong, and Adam Cole. When it comes to the high-flying hybrid style, the only man in ROH on their level is Bandito, and he's AEW full-time bound sooner or later. Getting two athletes of this caliber this early in their careers is a booker's dream, and I'm certain ROH will give these two the exposure they deserve. At Final Battle, Red Velvet shocked the world by defeating Mercedes Moné and becoming the first two-time ROH Women's TV Champion. In a world where companies are shooting angles strictly for headlines and shock value, ROH has the chance to establish Red Velvet as the top woman in the division. Before Final Battle, I truly believe the only woman who should beat Athena was Billie Starkz, based on the story they've been telling for years. But after Final Battle, I believe the only woman qualified to beat Athena at this point is Velvet. Billie is still going to get her win over Athena, but I don't think it got to be for the title. Beating Mercedes, something even Athena couldn't do, is going to motivate Red to not only continue to defend her title, but believe she should be the world champion as well. She can have a similar arc to when Jay Lethal was the longest reigning TV champ and started to believe he was better than the world champion. This led him to holding the TV title and world title simultaneously. Instead of her being the longest reigning TV champ, her motivation comes from picking up one of the biggest wins in Ring of Honor history and beating someone Athena couldn't. Athena's downfall, like Mercedes, can begin with Velvet, leading to Velvet holding both the TV title and world title. This causes Athena to get more irritated and even aggressive with Billie Starkz, forcing Billie to fight back and eventually get her win against her rival/mentor. But this is about Red Velvet, and if ROH wants to truly establish the stars who are going to push the product forward, establishing Red Velvet as surpassing Athena would be a huge step. From her in-ring work to promos, Red Velvet is ready to take that next step as world champion. Athena, as the ace, doesn't need to be a world champion to continue to have prominent stories either, especially with the amount of talent under the AEW umbrella alone. There are plenty of fresh matchups for a post-reign Athena. Before Red Velvet defeated Mercedes Moné, Lee Moriarty and Nigel McGuinness had one of the best Iron Man matches I've seen since MJF vs. Danielson at Revolution 2023. At the end, Lee Moriarty picked up one of the most significant wins in his career, and Nigel McGuinness passed the torch of best pure wrestling champion in company history to Moriarty. In 2006, Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness ran the table as champions, Nigel as the pure champion and Bryan as the world champion. With both men holding claim as the best in the world, the only thing left to do was to find out who really was the best. On August 12, 2006, Bryan Danielson defeated Nigel, officially unifying the pure and world titles. 20 years later, ROH has a similar chance by unifying the titles one more time. And they have the two perfect men to do it in Lee Moriarty, who has an argument as the best technical wrestler in the world, and Bandido, who many believe is the best wrestler in the world. The two never having a singles match, in my opinion, plays right into the style of Lee Moriarty. His submission base, paired with the hybrid style of Bandido, would be the perfect clash of styles. And with Hechicero working over the arm of Bandido recently, that's all the ammunition somebody like Moriarty needs to shake up the world and knock off the two-time ROH World Champion. With Bandido spending most of his time in AEW as of late, now is the time to pass the title to Moriarty, establishing him as the guy, and having him defeat someone who may go down as Wrestler of the Year will put an even stronger stamp on him. When the title was revived, you had Moriarty, Wheeler Yuta, Katsuyori Shibata, Josh Woods, and Daniel Garcia. It was a real division with multiple contenders. Today, there isn't much of a division left outside of Moriarty, Hechicero, and Josh Woods. But after Nigel passed the torch to Lee, I don't believe anyone should beat him for the pure title, and the lineage, for now, should end with Moriarty. His motivation is not only to solidify himself as the man in Ring of Honor, but to do what Nigel couldn't and unify the titles while being pure champion. Some other things I'm looking forward to next year in Ring of Honor is the Blake Christian vs. Jay Lethal rematch, Deonna Purrazzo's reign as the first women's pure champion, the continued growth of Top Flight, and no, I'm never selling my Top Flight stocks, so stop asking. More AEW talent having significant programs in ROH, and more talent debuts that are surely on the way. Right now, many ROH shows are taped either before or after Dynamite or Collision. But with 2026 having the potential to be one of the best years in ROH since the mid-2010s, it's only a matter of time before fans start selling out arenas specifically for Ring of Honor.